Hello, it's Phil here again at Digital DJ Tips, and today we're looking at the new Reloop Jockey 3 Master Edition DJ controller. Now this controller is quite an important new controller because it is the first controller apart from the Traktor Kontrol S4 that can control all of Traktor Pro 2's new sample deck and loop recorder features. So let's have a little look at the unit. As you can see, it's a very big, heavy unit. It's built of solid metal. It weighs about 5 kilograms or 11 pounds, so it's heavy. Very, very well constructed. Replaceable crossfader, and the jog wheels are low. They're well fitted. There's no sound, no scraping or plasticness about them. They've got rubber around the outside, and they have metal capacitive surface on the top. A jog drag at the side, so you can have the jog wheels set to very loose or to quite stiff, depending on how you like them. It has 2 channels, as you can see, as opposed to the 4 that you find on other controllers, such as, for instance, the Kontrol S4 or the Denon DN MC6000. These can control all 4 decks plainly in Traktor, and also they can control the sample decks, but you switch at the top here between decks A and C and D and B, and also the 2 external inputs, because it can take 2 line or 2 phono inputs at the back, which can be routed by switches around the front here through either the software, so you can use them as decks C and D in Traktor, or you can route them through the mixer, because it's also a standalone mixer. It doesn't need a laptop or software in order to mix those 2 channels, or you can just switch them off. So as you can already see, it's a highly featured device. Let me talk you very quickly through the controls that you have on each of the decks. There is a effects section at the top, which you can see has got LEDs around the outside, which remembers where you are on the effects. Particularly useful, of course, because if you're switching between the record decks, these LEDs will show you where you left off with the effects on the deck that you've come back to. You have the looping functions here, which are just the standard looping stuff, in and out. You can activate and deactivate the loop, and you can also move the loop once it's been set. Each side has a filter control. There's a filter here for each of the decks, and a pan control, which is unusual on controllers, not particularly useful. Most club systems are in mono anyway, but certainly for mixing at home, making mixtapes, quite a nice effect to have pan there. Here are the sample deck triggers, and also these are going to be your cue points, which, as you can see, there's 2 on each button, and the shift button will switch between those. Now, the mapping that's provided with this is for the Traktor's sample decks. There's also a normal 4-deck mapping, but the sample deck mapping works really, really well. It maps everything to controls which you would expect. And in that respect, it's the first real mapping that works with Traktor Pro 2 from Reloop for this controller. Now, just to end off this quick demo, by the way, the full review accompanying this is on digitaldjtips.com/jockey3. digitaldjtips.com/jockey3, and the 3 is 3 capital I's, not the number 3. Okay, I wanted to look at the jog wheels because jog wheel performance is obviously very important in a controller. This is the scratch performance on this jog wheel. So I'm going to just scratch a beat to show you the responsiveness of it. So you can see it's very tight. Let's get the track playing. So you can hear there, the responsiveness is there, it sounds great. The only thing about the jog wheels which I didn't like was the fact that they're not 100% tied to the software. Let me explain. If I spin back, I don't know how easy it is to see if we get in really close on the camera, but if I spin back, the music will start playing again while the wheel is still spinning. Let's have a listen. See that? The wheel's still going round, but the music has started again. That's not normal. You wouldn't expect a record to do that plainly, and some other controllers don't have that behaviour. It's not big, you know, this isn't something DJs do all the time, and you can always spin back and stop. However, it should be corrected in a future mapping. I'd like to see that improvement made. So there you go, there's our quick overview of the Digital Jockey 3 from Reloop. And as I say, if you'd like to see the complete review, it's at digitaldjtips.com/jockey3. Thanks for watching.